day. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Giants. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
At the end of all the hitting and hollering. It was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there. They'll feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2.
Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley.
Daniel Jones in at quarterback. His pass intercepted by the 49ers. Sets up first down and goal at the 1-yard line.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. They'll run with Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
At the Giants.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Touchdown, Giants.
Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski, okay? Oski
different
was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call it productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
What a breakout season Raheem Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger, to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16 in the regular season.
That one goes for 30 yards.
And the 49er first down.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Got the connection here to Bourne. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
Here we go.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. Here's Mostert. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On the draw, this is Barkley. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
49ers 6.
To throw on 3rd down. Jones. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Gary.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
He
did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Garoppolo looking to to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Garoppolo to Ayuk. First down, 49ers. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was second in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero, Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
On second down, Mostert. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
The tackle.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And it's knocked away and incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Back to the running game with Mostert. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
San Francisco.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline. But what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Throwing now is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of a yard.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Flush to his right. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown.
Brandon Ayuk, his second touch. Now Jones on first down. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Open target here, Darius Slayton. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
The field goal, a 53-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of the... left corner. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've hit halftime, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
10.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo connects with Kittle underneath. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down.
George Kittle is easily one of the elite tight ends in the NFL. Back-to-back seasons of 88 and 85 catches. We just saw another one right there. Anytime he lines up on the field, you better treat him as a primary receiver and make sure you have a second guy in the vicinity to try and cover it.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
And the 48.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down, San Francisco.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Running on first down is Mostert, but he can only manage a yard, and that's about it before he's tackled.
Williams.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
George Kittle. Gold to add the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's the Giants offense now getting quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
At the 29-yard line.
From the 29, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
Jones pass.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over.
Touchdown, 49ers! 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add on to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Flushed out right. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
25-yard line.
New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field and not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
At the 26-yard line.
On second down, here's Barkley. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And Tate's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 8. There, the Giants have a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the third quarter.
Charles, we take a look here at the 49ers draft class for 2020. You know, not too often you see a Super Bowl team have 2 first-round picks.
You're absolutely right about that, because typically if you're the Super Bowl team, people aren't really wanting to deal with you very much, and instead San Francisco got it done. The first of those picks, it cost them DeForest Buckner. He went to Indianapolis, but they got his replacement at number 13 in Javon Kinlaw. Then how about him getting Brandon Ayuk, a wide receiver from Arizona State, with their second pick? The draft is top-heavy, but it is quality.
Got a man, Slayton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
On first down, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A first down carry for Barkley. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
At the 10-yard line.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
57's the Mike, watch 57.
Jones from the gun on third down. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And the Giants are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Back onto the field comes this offense led by George Kittle. And the numbers show it, low involvement early. But since he's been involved, it's been a good thing for this offense.
Indeed it has, and when you're able to finally get him going, get him fully integrated into the offense, things feel a whole lot better for your team. It expands everything that they do trying to move the football.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Steps away to his left. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be out right at the 35.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And boy, he can get hurt.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He was covered by Richard Sherman.
To throw again, Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
At the 27-yard line.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. At the 30.
This is Mostert. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.